Evening all. You'll have noticed that I've dispensed with the little stills and the intros and all that kind of stuff. The reason for that is that my ridiculously busy life means that sadly I don't have time to sit down and take photos and cut and mount stuff and do all that kind of stuff that you do to make your videos look nice. So unfortunately it's just going to be fade in, fade out and a lot of this in between. So I hope that's okay. I'm sort of excited tonight. I'm always excited, aren't I? But I'm excited tonight because this is a bad boy that Chad sent me. It's Southern Tier Gemini, which is a blend of two different beers. It's 50% unfiltered hoppy, H-O-P-P-E, pronounce it how you want, and 50% unearthly, which is one of their IPAs. Now, I've sort of got no idea of what to expect here. It's going to be a hoppy beer. It's 10.5%, so it's, you know, it's a big one. Really looking forward to this. I've heard great things about it. It's been kept in the fridge more or less since it arrived. Got the big boy wine glass out as well tonight, so rocking it old school with the stemware. There we go. So lovely, kind of slightly hazy, really sort of appealing mid-orange colour there. Wonderful. That's just got a really big kind of tangerine fruit hop character, but also underlying it, underpinning it, there's that really sort of slightly toffee-ish, almost slightly sort of scorched sugar malt note there. And there's just a hint of something sort of slightly, not wild, but there's something sort of faintly Belgian going on with it. Not really sure what that is. Maybe that's to do with kind of the slight sort of sugar aroma. It's a little bit reminiscent of candy sugar, or the burnt sugar aroma, I should say. Okay, so oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is right up my street. Ah, that's superb. That one of the things that I really love about beer, and it was, in fact, let me just go and grab. I've got a couple of empties here. Pretty Things Brewery. Having just sort of in my day job, having just taken over a beer importers, we're doing a little bit more brewery direct stuff now, and so we brought these in ourselves from the United States. Last night I had this beer, Field Mouse's Farewell, while watching the Tour de France. It's kind of fitting, I suppose, because it's a bière de garde style. But the thing about it is, what I really loved about that beer, we'll come back to this in a second, what I really loved about this beer was its complexity. The way it really kind of gradually unfolded across the palate. So initially there's sort of, it's almost not quite overpowering, but initially it's big and boozy, and then you get kind of a bit of malt body coming through, just regular sort of pale malt character. And then you get sort of different malts unfolding on the palate. There's a little bit of nuttiness, there's a little bit of spiciness, which I guess is the rye in it. And then towards the end, like, the hops really kind of come through and dominate the finish. It's got a really grassy finish. And that was absolutely one of the most pleasurable beers I've drunk this year. Not because it's big and hoppy and clever, but just for the complexity and the way that it unfolds across the palate. And it's also what this beer, Southern Tier Gemini, does. So you smell it, it's got that wonderful character, the hop character that you only really get in American beers, really big and bold. And then initially, big sort of sweetness, and then that unfolds into, again, a kind of slightly nutty, caramelly thing going on there. Then the hops come back in at the finish. And you just get a little kind of boozy warmth just after the swallow. That is such, I mean, it's such a big beer, but really balanced. You know, there's a sensation of warm alcohol as you swallow it, but it's not clumsy. You know, it's big, and it's, you know, it's almost relentless but it's not clumsy. You never sort of, there are no bits poking out all over the place. It's just all beautifully rounded and integrated. That's a hell of a beer. I noticed as well, they've got the serving temperature suggestion, 42 Fahrenheit, 5.5 centigrade, which is pretty cold. I mean, that's pretty much fridge cold. I've just taken this out of the fridge. I'm going to actually, well, if the bottle hangs around for long enough, I'm going to let it warm up a little bit, see how it changes across the temperatures. I normally like to do it the other way, drink it slightly warm and then keep it in the fridge so it cools downwards. But you can learn a lot about a beer by seeing what unfolds as the temperature changes, you know, either in the glass or across the course of a bottle. But that is a cracking beer. I'm really, really happy to be drinking this. I'm really grateful to Chad for sending it to me. Man, that's about as much as we need to say. I'm going to carry on drinking this. I'm going to hopefully save some of this to watch the stage of tonight's Tour de France. I'm going to sit down, drink beer, watch telly. You know, I've been at work all day. I think I've earned it. And I'm sure as hell pleased to be, you know, finishing the day off with a beer like this. So Chad, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Southern Tier, thank you for making it. And, you know, anybody else who feels that they should have been thanked, I thank you as well. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers now.